are no urgent matters at hand.
Sounds great! Then let... We're almost at Way High Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked? Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go? Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You...
But...
One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two...
Fair enough.
Cloud Retainer?
Oh,
Oh,
Is that lady someone you know?
She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe...
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu.
Thank you.
it's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
you are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this cloud...
Huh?
Seems she's not buying it.
That was... but a simple test. One did...
But recognizing you is,
An apt One was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One...
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got some...
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of
I understand.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, it still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
Cloud Retainer! Stop!
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless.
Wow, you've been to so many new places since the last time we... Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form...
A human name?
You really think so?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Xianyun.
Xianyun?
I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and...
Oh, that sounds super cool!
Actually, those lines were...
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Not exactly.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales... It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others... Although I did not live through such tragedy, on top of the drought, the books had this to say upon arrival.
Wow. That's incredible!
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize
Even so, you... Oh, Paimon's...
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her? Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
That?
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally. Wanmin Restaurant's business has been...
I see.
Huh?
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please, take care. Travel...
See you around. Whew. Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think? As soon as...
No, in fact, it was not an excuse. One is indeed...
You get what I'm...
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a...
Oh, I'm far more interested.
You do it!
No.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you...
What would you like to order?
2 servings of mora meat to go.
Shenhe!
Welcome. It's been a while.
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same...
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this...
this is Miss Xianyun.
Master?
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before.
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
You...
Is something the matter?
Hardly. Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and...
And check out the great food, too!
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon, the lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So I've got things covered for now. Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
It is still. The work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by...
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide...
Oh, how should Paimon put...
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you
And you, Master?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
I see. Just as I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Oh, you did?
Whoa. Her mood
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance...
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name.
I see. In that case, allow me to...
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master?
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest. In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again?
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he... Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final...
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so?
Have you been lonely?
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go. 'Tis a most foreign sentiment.
Mm-hmm.
What is the reason for that?
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. Paimon's just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real...
To me, they are both master. One is the master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the master that I respect.
One, this is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture.
She got, like, what?
Do you have any empty tables?
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
All right, good luck with the lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies, and the dishes here demonstrate.
Everything's so tasty! A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
But it smells so delightful.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Okay, I'll... Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys? Great. Thanks. Granny? Yep. Is there something wrong with that? No. Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young. Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears. Granny? Why don't you take a seat?
No.
Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny?
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rain.
No, not this again. Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people act... Right, that's what Paimon... I... needed... Help? Oh, do you mean with Gran... Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound... Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. They died young. Oh. But it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got. Wow. You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. I remember now. It was a dream. I had...
Huh? That sounds super important.
It was just a dream.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Oh, does that mean you're possessed?
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear, and her breathing remains calm and lovely.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept?
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert.
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like...
Yeah, this is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said.
Are you sure? Paimon's Paimon.
Just Xianyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. Oh, we don't need any payment for this. You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly can... All we have to go off is that dream.
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens.
Okay, taking that as a... I might have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who said, if it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something. A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shincho knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the hero...
Are you leaving already? But
I'll go order some food, Granny.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters...
Street word rambler?
Precisely. Let...
For this
Everyone, please, eat to your heart's
I'm not going for it.
Yeah! Skyward! Yeah! Skyward! Hit!
Huh. It's you two.
Shincho! Great, we found you!
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I can't pinpoint...
Nameless.
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposed after the drought and the way this name...
Thanks a lot, Shincho.
It's nothing at all.
Well, Paimon's still...
Let me think. Perhaps the real-life heroine who... It's rare for a chivalric hero to... I've never understood why...
We'll be sure to tell you if we meet...
That's a deal.
Paimon feels like we just learned... Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Shincho, are droughts super common?
Well, they used to be. But, so while droughts do happen from the crops withered...
That sounds...
Yeah, still. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe. Do you have any other
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again. Paimon hopes that... Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Shincho.
It's no problem.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank... Straight word...
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such...
Time has little bearing on one's existence.
Oh, why so
Well, approximately how much more would one need to afford?
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping!
Nothing save for some trivial matter.
Shincho has a theory, but let's save it for when Shuyu and Miss Yuendai have joined.
Do not be troubled, young lady.
What do you think, Shuyu? Does it match up with what you know? According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in her attic full of I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no...
Thank you.
Okay, sure thing. I have a secret I want to tell you. What's wrong? Well, I've been kind of meaning. Oh! How about that? Well, you guys just. Must have been a slip of the tongue.
One is indeed an adeptus.
Huh? I knew it. Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane. I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake. So I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe... pure white? Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud?
Never has one met an adeptus with such features. What?
That's weird. Was it... Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. Leave it to us! Let's go to Wang's... Okay.
Yeah!
Wangshu.
Do you remember this place?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. I believe...
I'll come with. Paimon's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but... Whoa! Stop!
I sensed a non-human presence and decided if you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the... Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this? Behold, the glory!
An impressive imitation.
Paimon...
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it.
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, when dwelling between...
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong. Although I do believe...
one believes there is
Granny, are you okay?
Perhaps this conversation should end here. Should you encounter...
Everyone! I think Granny is finally...
Slowly now. Calm your mind.
A long time ago.
Huh.
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even I was confined to my room in Wangshu. One day, I met a traveling merchant. He told me that the pills were...
Wait, but if... And it was off...
I'm sorry, I don't...
Hey! You're...
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all.
Next location. Next location. There isn't... After all, if she...
Yeah! Yeah! Scatter!
Whoa, why are there so many treasure hoarders here? Guess it's time to round up some bad guys. Name on it. Feeling lucky?
The hunter.
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Wendai?
Let me think. I feel, but I
got it.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me. Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
Oh, thank you! Then Paimon will help herself.
Watch out! Yeah.
Paimon sees an abandoned house! Why don't we take a break over there?
This place, it's...
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Sure, it was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us, and I remember I alone.
Sin? Oath?
I don't know. I don't remember. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, but you're always going to be different from me. I
don't care what you might have done, Granny.
You're too sweet, Shuyu. All right. Let's not stand around any longer.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Xianyun Peak.
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top. Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end.
Does this place feel familiar?
Let me see. How strange. Have I... When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't...
But did the stories get it wrong then? Yeah, that's... Paimon was
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
It's all right. We're not...
Thank you. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Oh, let Paimon look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't...
Mount Outsong...
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
It does, but I can't...
Are you feeling unwell?
My head... It feels...
Cloud... Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
But...
Fret not. All will be well. You and I, you may leave the rest to me.
Wait, really? Come on, just tell
Here.
Huh?
Precisely. It periodically releases a soft, soothing
Whoa, what? We could have come to...
How preposterous. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve.
Paimon thinks she...
As previously mentioned, a
Whoa, Paimon can...
And you... It appears she has already succumbed to the death.
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even...
Please. Please, no. Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze, and this is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. The you...
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so...
Granny! Granny, are you...
Cloud Retainer.
Your memories have
Wait! Did you just call her by her full name? You already knew each other?
Yes. I know.
Granny, please don't cry.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. I'm so sorry, everyone. It's all... No. Shuyu.
Please, Granny.
I know, dear. Some time ago.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Joy?
I am in... I spent many... Though she never... I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in...
50 years ago?
That's right. She was the one... But I was still far... She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years.
Oh, no. So that was... the source... Was it because of...
Indeed. I fell in love. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years...
Oh, no.
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes. But I was too ashamed to face her. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, but that was only the... Along with my memories, looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was so...
Granny!
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Master, don't tell...
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts.
So when I tried to conceive...
One still remembers when you were but one found you with
Wait! Paimon! So, Cloud Retainer, you found you and...
Perhaps... One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses. In truth, but soon, unwilling to, wishing to grant you a life without. As for how to, one took great, as one expected. You were most ignorant of. One was quite torn. Yeah, skyward, scatter. Yeah, skyward, scatter. Skyward! Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory. One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night. Converge! Make way for the Adeptus! Those monsters would harm. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. In the end, to see you happy. Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait! But if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale. Yeah! Skyward! Just as you and I, upon finding you burned, when one asked you, one had no choice but to apply powder to one's body. It bears mentioning, perhaps. Now, one has... Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed... Memories are most meaningful when recalled by the...
Master, I must ask.
One has when it is time, 'tis a refuge. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike... 40 years ago, you chose a path without a... Even the... Fortunately, you were able to avoid that...
So, what's gonna happen?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a...
She's gotta go back to being a regular...
Master, you've already done... I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness.
Not long.
Granny? Please don't leave, okay? You...
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young...
I promise, Granny.
Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Out. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power.
Good.
That's a good girl. Even...
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how...
That's a good girl. Then I'm so sorry, Master.
Xianyun.
Let her be. At her age, crying. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax.
see each other again. That our days of separation would finally end. And all my troubles would be behind me. If only things could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up. Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now? Oh. Madam... Oh, Xianyun, you're awake! I feel... a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam, Adeptus? Could I, ask you something?
Oh. And have you
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. I could become a cool Adeptus like you, and help a whole bunch of people.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuendai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is—
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, Xianyun, are you sure? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's two other... If you join them, you'll never enjoy Wanmin Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utterly preposterous. One has never— Every individual must find their own path.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, that is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Xianyun shall have the honor of becoming one's—
Whoa! You're leaving Mount Outsong?
One has never concerned oneself with the— Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One is most Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is... just a bit...
One will be assuming the identity.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it. So,
Perhaps in 2 days, one has already picked out a hand.
Seems like you've really thought of everything. How about we meet up and leave?
A sensible plan. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspense somnium mechanism as a souvenir? Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future.
Awesome! Thanks! Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we make a trip to the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established.
Skyward! Scatter! You...
In what way? I have to be careful.
We're here, Cloud. Miss
Perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares. I'll have you know, these
Several...
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see. Passed down...
Yep, they've definitely been around a while.
Hear that? Had I... doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to...
Whoa! Please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss.
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer, then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future...
Master! Oh, it's you two again. Xianyun! You got a new Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. Huh? You know how to make clothes?
Do I know how to make clothes? With the
Master, I brought in
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably, sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of...
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. Now, this expert you mentioned.
Soon. Here, allow me to make some introductions. This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected... Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun. She...
Huh.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun.
Indeed,
Quite well, thank you.
Huh. So you...
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail.
Why, you...
Not at all, Mr. Zhongli.
While I am loath to butt into this, you two already...
Ha!
Miss Xianyun's...
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest. What fool would I deeply apologize for doubting you. So,
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism for it. The same can be said for the... I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms...
All right. Then, in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
The Northland Bank? Huh.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays.
Zhongli!
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great! How about...
My days have been quite pleasant as well. As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume...
I must say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Well, one has indeed. One's previous days were all brief. Now that one has... This city...
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people.
All right, that's enough reflection for one day.
You make a valid...
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried...
Oh?
It was a reunion.
Huh! Hardly. It is settled then. One has already...
It should be a most...
Xianyun, come now, it is time to dine. This gentleman over here is Mr. Zhang...
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli. That should be everyone, right? Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite.
That sounds rather implausible.